What's up, people? It's Mr. back again, and yes, it's not a match day vlog. I'm at the Review Centre today to do some radio work. Another proud moment for me today. I'll be hosting. I'll be with Dore, I'll be with the legend Bansel, and two Asian Forest fans that are representing Punjabi Forest as well. Like I said, another great moment for me. But yeah, another special moment for me today as well. But yeah, come and check me out. I'm gonna love it.
Oh, brilliant. That was so fantastic. Thank you.
I'm saying one more. Hey there.
No worries, thank you.
See everyone. Look at everyone. Everyone's here.
Numbers or
here's everyone. Here's everyone. Here's Des. Loved it.
Who is the best person to...
I'm taking the studio now.
Hello, I'm Jodie Law. This week's episode of We Are Not, but not in the way you're used to hearing about the team. Over the next hour, you're going to hear from Black and Asian Nottingham Forest football supporters. If you're a fan, you'll know the man they call Mr. Dore online. Also known as Ben Dore, he runs his own YouTube channel featuring videos of his adventures at home and away games. Then there's Bansel. He's been a proud Reds fan all his life. Clubs around the country have their own Asian fan groups, just like one called Punjabi Forest. Here is Sunita Sangira and Savina Johal chatting to Bal and Ben.
My dad and my uncles, they wanted to give back to Nottingham. They wanted to raise money to give to local charities within Nottingham with the link of Forest. And they've always been heavy Forest supporters. And so they decided to set up this group. It's on Facebook and Instagram. You can all follow it.
Make sure you follow it.
Punjabi Forest. And it's been really useful, actually, because it promotes ethnicity and it's accepting of any genders. It's inclusive of any race, religion, gender, background. And actually, for myself, being part of the group helped me feel like I want to go back to the ground. So yeah, it's really important to have those links with Forest.
Serena's family and my family are like long-standing family friends. So my dad and the four brothers are really close. So soon as we saw, for example, Derby, because they've got a similar kind of group. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Why did you mention
Birmingham.
that?
They've got a similar kind of Punjabi kind of group. So my dad used to talk about it quite often with his friends at the pub after the games and before the games, and he was really interested in creating something similar. So when they took that opportunity, I was like really, really impressed and proud of them. So, and it does promote some really great kind of like atmosphere toward like the Punjabi kind of culture as well, and gets them involved.
So how many people are involved with Punjabi Forest? There's quite a lot in there.
There's quite a big following now.
Because I remember, I think it was his name Sanj. He messaged me. So, can you help us promote Punjabi Forest? I said to him, no, I'll do my bit, but you lot they're so popular, and they're okay, and they've not had my help at all.
Yeah,
and they're doing so well promoting. Like I said, you mentioned Twitter, on Twitter and Facebook, but yeah, it's so good what they're doing right now, aren't they?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, it is growing. Yeah, it's had a massive following, and hopefully that continues to increase.
Mm-hmm. And it's really nice because they've been gathering as well, haven't they, before the games?
Yeah, there's been meetups.
I've been to one. I've been to a meetup. Amazing. I think where was it? The meeting was I forgot the pub now. And
Waterside or something.
No, the other one.
Daily Nights.
That's the Daily Nights, and and I thought it was just about 2 or 3 people. And when I went there, I went, okay, there's about 34 people in there. I'm like, and see, as with Asian people, so many voices. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And like I said, and Punjab pushing it so much as well. I think it's great. And I said, because like you mentioned, Derby, Birmingham, there's loads of Punjabi, West Brom and all that, but it's good to have Punjabi Forest community as well.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, how happy and excited are you to see them kind of people like promoting Forest?
Really pleased. I mean, obviously we used to see as kids, like my uncles and things going to the games, and some of the kids as well, like Savina and some of the youngsters going down with us, and we used to love it. Back in the day when there used to be a supporters club and we'd all congregate there and before and after the game and talk about the game and all that kind of stuff. But now we've actually got a proper group, which is lovely to see, and you feel like it's like you're together and you're part of something, which is really special.
Yeah, there's like a real sense of like togetherness, and of course recently there's been a really good atmosphere at the games, down to Steve Cooper. They are playing really well at the moment, so yeah, it's always a positive experience.
What's it like going to a ground and with your culture? What's it like? Do you get accepted?
I'm kind of used to it because I've been going since I was a kid. So I won't tell you how old I am, but quite a while now. So I'm kind of used to the atmosphere, and don't get me wrong, you get the odd stare every now and again. One, because you're a female, and two, maybe because I'm different.
Have you ever had any negative comments about being a female?
No, to be honest, I haven't. It's just probably a feeling that you have inside, because there's not many females there. However, people are normally quite friendly, and when you're kind of queuing for anything, sometimes people even let you go first, so it's they're quite a nice bunch.
I think as well there's more females have been going in recent times, and that's a great sign that other women are having the same kind of positive experiences as us. I feel more comfortable about going, and this group has kind of helped to make me feel more welcome. And the other thing to note is that Forest also take any form of abuse, whether that's verbal or physical, very seriously. 100%. So that, that makes you feel very safe.
Yeah.
So the other question, why do you support Nottingham Forest? That's the biggest thing. There could have been Notts County, Mansfield, even Liverpool and Man U, but why do you support Forest?
I'd like to think we're quite loyal people, obviously.
Yes, definitely.
So we've been taught from a very early age that you support your home team. So if I dare support anybody, like the big clubs like Liverpool or Birmingham or Villa or whatever, I'd probably get kicked out of the house, to be quite honest with you. But no, I love the sense of community. I love what it brings. I love, people walking down the street in a Forest top. It makes me feel proud. And also, we're from a long generation of Forest fans. My uncle actually went to the FA Cup final in 1959, the year my dad was born. So my dad's got the special. He said, I'm a special child because I won the FA Cup.
Shout out to your dad.
Back in those days. And obviously, that's something, that's just kind of been embedded into us, hasn't it?
Yeah. Same with me. So my dad and my uncles, including Sunita's dad, they're season ticket holders. I was born and bred in Nottingham, and as were my dad and uncles. So it's a given.
As Forest fans, we are so happy now with Steve Cooper. What do you think of Steve Cooper so far? Has he got that smile a bit bigger?
Do you know what? He just seems like not just a great manager, but he also seems like a really nice person. In all the interviews that I've seen him take part in, he seems very exactly humble. And the atmosphere that he brings to the ground, especially at the end, when he does that thing with the punches in the air, it's just fantastic. And I'm loving the national anthem that we've got going as well at the minute. Obviously, that song that they're playing now, isn't there? At the end of the end of all the games.
What's the words? What's the words?
I can't, if I sing, I'd really upset you, so I don't offend you.
If it's better my dancing, then you'd be okay.
I feel like as well, because there's been a lot more wins than losers recently, it's a lot easier to talk about that, isn't it?
No, definitely. But we do have a little sing along at the end, and we have a little bit of a dance, don't we?
Definitely a dance.
And I've never,
nice
it's like,
boogie.
I said to my dad the other day, it's like being in a club, isn't it? After the game, and you're having a little bit of a dance and a sing along. It's a lovely atmosphere.
Yeah. Well, recently, me and my mum, because I went to a lot of games pre-COVID, but I've been watching them at home recently with my mum, and we celebrate in our kitchen. It's great. A little dance around, it's always fun.
So we all know the song, right? That's played at the end.
Yeah.
After that, is there a Punjabi song that you guys play? Or do you have a dance to a Punjabi song?
Do you, Sunita?
Well, I've been going to quite a few games recently, so we haven't had the opportunity. I wish I could take in some kind of speaker system, because then I could probably play my own song. I suppose we could ask the people at the ground.
I think
if
that's
we could play
definitely
something.
that will come in time.
But just
I
within
think-
yourselves.
Not yet, but
No, we should think of a song.
but yeah, we should
We'll have to think of something.
We
So
could
there's
probably
something.
make one actually.
So there's something for Punjabi Forest, right? Have a Punjabi song for when Forest win, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that's a good idea.
Yes.
So when we lose, I play a really sad old
Oh.
Hindi song. I know it's not Punjabi, but old Hindi, like
What's that?
from like 80. I don't even know what it is. You know, it's just so depressing. I haven't played it that much recently because we've been winning.
We
like
keep
I said.
winning. That's what it matters.
Yeah.
That must be like a long
and
distant
then I
memory.
just kind of like put my head down, and you know, it's one of those really old films. And
Okay.
yeah, let's change the tone. But yeah, we need to find a nice upbeat Punjabi song
Yeah,
Do.
to play.
I agree.
Yeah.
Can you think of any now?
The one that goes like bulle 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 bulle.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's probably about 80% of them say that, right? You need to find a Punjabi song,
Okay.
yeah, for when Forest win,
Right.
and put it in the Punjabi Forest social media channels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's our homework.
And then
yeah.
number 2, I think you need to teach Ben some Punjabi or Bhangra moves as
Oh,
well.
yes, please.
Okay,
yes,
definitely.
He's a natural. I've heard he can dance.
I FaceTime Ben. Are you all right? No, I've hurt my foot. I said, what do you mean you hurt your foot? I was dancing around and I've hurt my foot.
This is what happens. This is what happens when Forest score in the last minute. You hurt.
I mean, I don't blame you.
I hurt my ankles, but I was still hopping for the last 2 days. But
Are you okay now?
I'm getting there.
Until the next win, and then it happens again.
to the next win, I've been told, Ben,
Yeah.
stop being silly. Just clap.
Yeah.
The door dance. That's what I say.
The door dance. I think everyone should be doing the door dance, right? What was the first match you went to?
1996, when Forest beat Leon 1-0 in the quarterfinals of UEFA Cup. Paul McGregor.
And it just dips over the crossbar. Here, still 0-0 with 8.5 of normal time to go. Long ball from Gamble. McGregor's trying to get in there. Olmeta comes out and misses it. Falls for Howe. Handball! The number 4 handles it. He's going to be sent off. Laville is going to be sent off. But much more important than that, Nottingham Forest have got a penalty. Steve Bobby Howe with the shot. The red card is shown to Laville, and Forest have a penalty kick with 8 minutes of normal time to go at the City Ground, and Stuart Pearce, the captain, is the man that will have to score this penalty kick to give Forest the precious advantage of a 1-goal lead to take into the second leg. The ball is tossed to him. The Leon number 4 Laville trundles off. The ball has been tossed to Pearce. This has to be one of the most important penalty kicks he's ever taken for Nottingham Forest. He stands calm. The referee adds the pressure by making sure that all the Lyon players are out of the area. Stuart Pearce against Pascal Olmeta. Up comes Pearce, drives it, Olmeta saves, and it's in from McGregor! Paul McGregor scores from the rebound. The young substitute, brought on with 20 minutes to go, scores a crucial goal for Nottingham Forest. Pearce's kick was low to the keeper's left. Olmeta dived and blocked, but Paul McGregor followed up and rammed it home into the back of the net. What a crucial goal for the blonde-haired striker. Nottingham Forest 1, Leon 0.
Do you guys remember Paul McGregor?
I remember his name, but I can't remember what he looks like.
So I used to play a lot of snooker, and I was in Colours. Do you remember Colours in town?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was in Colours, and he was there, and I said to my mate, I said, gee, there's Paul McGregor. And he's like, nah. I said, yeah, I'm going to get his autograph. We didn't have phones and selfies back in the day. So I went and got his autograph, and I've still got it. I know, okay, it's not as good as the rest of the story. But I saw him in Colours.
Okay,
great.
I'm going to trump your story
About Paul
because
McGregor.
I was actually a ball girl for Forest.
Was you?
Once, yeah, when I was 11, me and my sister.
Wow. What year was that?
I was 11, so about 29 years ago.
Wow.
So what's your best memory of being a ball girl?
It was a really, really cold night. I wish I could remember the date, but it was freezing. My sister is going to kill me for this, but she did not move the whole time. She was sat there freezing. So literally, she had me running up and down the field like all day long, well, all night long because it was a night game. But it was just a fantastic atmosphere, and like being, you know, the presence of all these amazing, you know, players and stuff back in the day. It was great. And my dad was just absolutely, because obviously, like I said, they were like diehard Forest fans. So seeing us go through that tunnel, he was. There's loads more pictures than that, shall we say?
What was your first Forest match?
It was probably about 5 years ago, along with my cousin. And obviously times were slightly different then. Obviously they're playing much better now, and I'd been to a few pre-COVID, but it's, you know, obviously it's changed. I think as well, the important thing is that it was hard during the COVID lockdowns, and now that everyone's out there, they're able to go to the games and celebrate and, you know, see the players. It's kind of brought that sense of community back.
Yeah,
definitely.
Which is lovely. Yeah, it's really nice to see.
You mentioned that, like I said, when you mentioned about the community, I think we've not had that for a long time, have we?
Yeah.
Like, we could talk about that ex-manager of Nottingham Forest, but with, like I said, Punjabi Forest, I think that they've done loads of work as well with Punjabi Forest as well, and I think it's important, like, especially with Steve Cooper, interacting with fellow Forest fans, because we've not had it for years, and it's good to see, like, Forest winning as well, so that's a bonus. But it's just good seeing it. Like, everyone's happy.
Yeah.
I think you're more happy than me. So yeah,
they are, aren't they? They are super happy.
It's just good to see.
Yeah, he is very passionate, and he has worked wonders for the club.
Yeah, really has.
What's next for Punjabi Forest? So it's just started recently. I know it's been going on for a while, but formally it's kind of come together recently on social media, WhatsApp, etc. But what next for Punjabi Forest?
I think for now, Punjabi Forest want to keep doing what they're doing, continuing with the meetups, building on those links with Forest, and the end goal really is to be able to raise enough money to give back to the local charities within Nottingham. I mean, our ancestors started to come to this country from Punjab in the 30s and 40s, so we feel like it's really important to be able to give something back. So I think Punjabi Forest are doing everything right at the moment, but
still got some work to do, haven't
Yeah,
we?
yeah.
We're just getting started,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Definitely.
And I think it's really good that I know with the local Gurdwara or Sikh temples, there's been a lot of conversations with folks there, and we're seeing a lot more Sikhs, I've noticed, attending a lot more games recently. And I think there's, like you said, community and confidence now as well for people to attend more. Are you seeing the same thing?
Yeah, definitely. And when I think about my personal experience as well, the group has made me feel more confident. And I actually get the feeling that my dad's proud of me as well, because I probably wouldn't have said this a few years ago. It's made me feel safe supporting Forest. Like, you know, like it's okay. I can go to games. It's perfectly acceptable.
That's important as well. When was the last time you were on Mr. Dore's YouTube channel?
I don't think we had that pleasure, have we?
Come on, feel free. Feel free to come on. Don't be shy. There's a problem with people like...
I have watched some of your
You need to come on.
shows. Yeah.
Have you not been on?
I've watched.
Has he not invited you on?
I've not been on, no.
Man, Mr.
I
Dore.
thought you meant watched it.
No,
Yes, I've
this is
watched
the problem. Like, everyone is scared to come up to me, but like I said, I tell everyone, I tell Battle, I'm a Forest fan just like you two.
Yeah.
That's all I am. I'm a Forest fan. What I do is what I do, but if I see you, like, I'm a Forest fan. So if you see me with my camera being silly, come up to me.
We will.
Yeah, don't be shy. Don't be shy.
So next time you see him filming outside City Ground, you got to go up to him, do a bit of a Punjabi dance.
Yes.
Remember that song?
Yes, yes.
Remember the song
dance.
Bale Bale?
One more thing, sorry. I think as well, so many young people, they currently support the more popular teams in the Premier League, such as Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, which is perfectly understandable if that's their local team. But often it's not, and I do believe that everyone should support their home city.
100%, I
Which
agree.
is why
100%.
we support Nottingham Forest.
100%.
And then why Forest? Why not Notts County or Mansfield Town?
I think naturally because it's within my family. I've watched my dad and my uncles supporting Forest, going to the games since I was very little, so it's ingrained in me.
So you spoke about Derby having a Punjabi group. I think they're called Punjabi Rams.
Yes.
Punjabi Rams, yeah.
Yeah.
Wolves have got something as well. I can't remember what they're called.
West Brom.
West Brom
have got
Villa.
one as well.
Villa got one as
Villa
well.
got one.
Yeah.
They're dotted up and around, right?
Yeah.
And I've seen some of them. They bring a doll to the game, and they play the doll outside. Any plans for Punjabi Forest to do that?
Well, if you know any Dore players, then let us know. I've actually been practicing the Dore recently. No, I haven't.
Hopes just went high and then got down.
I know actually some of the uncles were talking about this.
Yeah.
And I'm sure now that our followers have got, become larger, the group, there will be somebody in there that can play the doll.
Yeah.
I've got a doll.
That's
I'll lend it to
definitely
you.
something that would be great as, one of the next steps.
Definitely, yeah.
Radio Nottingham. You've been hearing from Nottingham Forest supporters Ben Dore and Bansel. These two are about to get real about what it's like supporting Forest and being from a black and Asian background.
When I'm at the City Ground, I don't feel that people look at me because the colour of my skin, because I've got a turban, because I'm a Sikh. I don't feel any of that. There might be one or two people in the ground, but overall, I feel happy. I could go on my own if I wanted to and sit there and make friends, because we all have one thing in common: the love of Forest. Been to a couple of away matches. I don't go as often as what I'd like to due to a number of commitments. And some parts of the country, they look you a little bit more. And again, it varies. Some away clubs are lovely, don't get me wrong, right? And there's one or two others where you just don't get that, and it's kind of looking over the shoulder. It's just being more cautious than what I normally would.
Like you said, Bal, there's some good stadiums out there. Like fans will embrace you as well. Like I said, there's a few stadiums that sometimes you can't wear your Forest top as well, because there is some history with fans like not getting along. Well, it's not good. You should go to away games and feeling you don't have to deal with this kind of thing. And kids as well. When kids are seeing it as well, it's not good to see. But
so, do you feel that kids are more vocal than adults?
100%.
Why is that?
Because of social media. Because like if you look at it, social media, kids are more on it than adults. And when you see yourself on TV, there is some positive stuff. There is some positive stuff out there, but kids can have phones and this and that and other. But then, like I said, when it's something negative, kids will have the phone out, plaster it on social media, and it's not good for the game.
Have you had negative stuff on your vlog?
100%.
Kids or adults?
Both.
More kids or more adults?
I'll say more adults.
More adults.
Very nice adult as well. And I've had experience with kids as well. And I was on a live stream, and I think it was for 5 or 6 minutes. Negative comments as well. And it got dealt with quick. And you shouldn't be dealing with that. But at the same time, when you put yourself out there, these kind of things are going to happen. So you got to be like saying, "Oh, if it happens, it happens. It don't." So
I think there's a lot of jealousy as well, though, right? I think because you're doing so well, there's a lot of jealousy, and I don't think it comes down to the colour of your skin on this matter. I think it comes down to pure jealousy that A, you just picked up your camera, B, you've just started filming, and C, because you're such a humble guy and people can't get over the fact. Now, I get the whole thing around, you probably get, and I don't mean this in a bad way, and please don't take it that way, you probably get people more looking at you because of the colour of your skin at some grounds, or some parts of the country. But I think it comes down to jealousy.
I would say with jealousy, like I said, I enjoy what I do, and if people don't enjoy it, that's fine. You don't have to watch me, you don't have to listen to me. If you don't like me, block me. If you don't like listen to my voice, don't listen to it.
What's the worst comment you've had?
I don't want to sit on radio.
Filter it, roughly.
I've had so much comments. Well, I've had so much comments.
The worst one that made you think, I want to quit.
The monkey emoji. That was one. That was an adult who did that.
Did you track him down?
Police did. Nottingham Forest police, and dealt with it. What
was his excuse?
And this is funny, and this is why I'm mentioning kids as well, because we're in this social media with listen to music, rappers say this and that,
and the excuse was my son listens to rap music, and I get it. When kids listen to that kind of music, but at the same time, I said to myself, you know what, forget it. But then 2 days later, Forest messaged me saying that he'd been banned, and this is a 14-year-old kid. 14-year-old kid. Damn. And I'm like, okay, I didn't want to know, like, should have just left it, but I've had worse than that. And but I said, like, when I put myself out there, then it is what it is. I just take it and just leave it. That's how I got to deal with.
I think Nottingham Forest are doing a lot more in recent times
100%.
Than they have done for a long time. So when I was growing up, I used to come to some matches, not all of them. And when I was a lot younger, my dad always used to say, look, you got to be careful. You go into a match, they're very rough, you know, the usual protective dad, you know, I'm young, I could take on the world, dad, don't worry. But always in the back of my mind, okay, I've got to be a little bit careful. But what Forest have done, in full credit, because I don't know if any other football team in the country.
So I just got back from BBC Radio Nottingham, and I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely loved it. I'm gonna give a shout out to Bow as well, and if it wasn't for him, this wouldn't have happened. Shout out to Hansel as well, who worked for BBC Nottingham as well, and she was a fantastic woman and lovely as well. I was nervous, but same time I enjoyed it. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and again, you can see me more on BBC Radio Nottingham as well. If you want to hear more of this, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and comment below, would you like to see myself on BBC Radio Nottingham. Thank you for watching the short vlog. Up the Reds, peace and love.